Hey again, everybody.
Hello.
We've been sitting here, much like you, trying to figure out what the first things we're going to do are once we can walk out into the world again.
Right.
And we've been talking with a lot of you out there, and our family and friends, about what some of the first things we're looking forward to when we go back to Disney.
Yeah.
What are some of the things you're looking forward to?
Well, I mean, generally just walking around the parks and everything.
That's true, enjoying just the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But when we started talking about the favorite things that we missed, I think you very quickly realized everything can't be your favorite.
It's true.
So I challenged Ed with, all right, let's think about this. Let's talk about, one thing that we love to do.
Eat.
Eating.
We do.
It's true. You've seen our dining reviews.
Yeah.
And we'll point to any ones that we might mention here. But I said to Ed, all right, we're going to take every park and we're going to pick our top 3 favorites, that's the easy part of it, because I think everything is our favorite. But then we have to pick a bottom 3. So there's some controversial decisions here that we've made, but basically it is, if you had to put 3 at the bottom, what would they be and why?
Okay.
So we're taking this park by park, and we did our research already, and we have all our notes and everything ready to go of what we think are our top 3 and our bottom 3.
Which we may have forgotten things.
Yes, and we may hit some of your favorites as our least favorites, but again, we had to put 3 at the top and 3 at the bottom. So today, why don't we start with your favorite and my favorite park for everything including food?
Okay.
That was where you were supposed to guess what park that is.
Oh!
Because hopefully we're on the same page.
I'm going to guess it's not Magic Kingdom.
It's not Magic Kingdom.
It's not Magic Kingdom. I'm going to go for our favorite then, and it must be Animal Kingdom.
It's Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
So we sat down and we went through every park, and we have them all here of our top 3. And Ed, I don't know, are these in any particular order here that we have them?
I don't think we have an order.
Okay.
Those are just our top 3 go-tos.
Okay, and we can rank them at the end. So I'll let you take away the first one on our list.
My personal favorite, and I don't know if yours is the same, is Nomad Lounge, which is directly next to Tiffin's in Animal Kingdom, kind of by Pandora, for those who have not been to Tiffin's as well. I love Nomad Lounge. We made sure to take my family there real quick, we always like to show off something that you showed to me my first time coming to Disney as an adult, was you can still find good food at Disney, I promise you, and I think Nomad Lounge just shines. The drinks are delicious, the food is delicious, so that's my pick.
And my reason it's one of my favorites is, don't get me wrong, everything you said, but also when you put some story and Imagineering, and I mean, Animal Kingdom is prime for Imagineering and backstory, but you take this lounge and you say, this is where every traveler tells their story. And throughout the lounge they have decorations that say your favorite things about traveling, the most impactful things about traveling, and everyone wrote these on note cards that are hanging throughout the lounge area over the bar and everything. And at some points in time, guests are able to add to that as well. There's even, guest comments hanging on a particular part of the wall. And my absolute favorite part, and this combines Tiffin's as well into this reason, everything there is the Imagineers sketchbooks who explored all of Africa, Asia, everything they were doing in research for Animal Kingdom. So you can see sketches from when they were in what Harambee is modeled after. So the theming is grand.
But because this video is about food,
it's our favorite places to eat. That's a reason to eat.
I want to quickly highlight the food.
Yes.
What's great there is you can order some of the things, I don't know if the whole menu, but you can order a lot of the things from the Tiffin's menu.
Yes, depending on how busy the season is, how busy the restaurant is, they'll let you order Tiffin's starters and occasionally some of the small plates off the Tiffin's menu in addition to their own Nomad Lounge menu. Which, don't get me wrong, you don't miss for anything on the Nomad Lounge menu.
No, there's a lot of great choices. We love the yucca fries. Those are delicious. I wish they sold them in the whole rest of the park.
I would just grab a bucket and walk around and snack on them.
So good. But maybe it makes it special that you can only grab them there. So
true. How about those ribs?
The ribs are delicious.
Sliders, both Impossible and beef, Wagyu beef if you want.
It really is, we have a lot of friends who are locals or come to the park often, and this is a hit for all of them, I think. So
this is one of the 2 places that benefit of being local is if Ed finds a safari fast pass after work one day, we're going in to ride a safari, and Nomad Lounge will be one of the 2 places that we'll have our dinner that night.
Yeah. For those who do drink, I will say...
Oh, this is the shining star for you and me at Nomad Lounge.
To me, those are the best drinks on Disney property, at least in the parks, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, they really are just delicious.
I'm actually racking my brain now to see if that isn't true, but definitely it's at the top of the list, if not the top.
Oh, yeah. I mean, to me, Tempting Tigress is number 1. It's the best.
And the drink menu is sketchbook. Every drink has a story behind it, has sketches surrounding it. All the drinks are drawn. There's no photos of the drinks, really. There are a few, but most of them are just sketches of these drinks, and they're delicious.
Yeah. There's a lot of food, I think, for everybody. Don't be intimidated by what sounds different at the end of the day. Yucca. They're just fries.
They're French fries, basically, made out of something similar to a potato instead of a potato.
So I think it's a great way to kind of introduce it. The kids won't even notice probably that it's different, but it's just awesome.
Yes, don't let the menu descriptions scare you. It's very familiar food when it comes out on your plate.
Yep.
So moving along with menu descriptions that scare you, the number 2, or just the second one of our top 3, Satu'li Canteen in Pandora. Again, let's talk about backstory and all of that. Satu'li wins for me as well. I feel like I'm part of the team.
Yeah, it's really like a canteen, like a military...
It's the mess hall.
Yeah,
it's the mess hall for the outpost. Yeah.
It's great. It's one of my definite grab and goes. Again, if you're, Flight of Passage, if you're over at really anywhere in Pandora, that's the only restaurant over there, but I think it's a great spot. And
it's quick serve with mobile order, so keep that in mind.
In fact, always mobile order if you can, because then by the time you just walk right up to a window, you're hungry, you're tired.
Your food's ready.
Here's your food.
And again, make sure you follow the steps to order and tell them you're on the way, so it is ready.
But it's totally worth it. And, sometimes you have to wait a lot in Disney, and you don't have to wait there, and I think that's great.
The most amazing thing when you walk into the restaurant, other than like the sounds and then the sights, smelling the food that they're cooking on the open grill. So the steak, the chicken is all grilled there in view of all the guests.
Yes.
And it's really cool with the flames going.
Right. And it's just done right over an open fire and everything. It's, it's a far stretch from some of the other parks where you're just sort of giving a burger on a grill.
You don't know where it came from. Yeah.
They're actually turning the chicken and everything right there.
And as you're in line... waiting if you did not mobile order, or even if you did mobile order, there's pictures along the wall. And I urge everyone, as you're walking through Disney spaces, and particularly the restaurants where they know you're going to spend a little bit longer than other parts of the park, pay attention to the decoration, because you will notice that these pictures tell the story of the Na'vi interacting with the humans after what we know of Avatar from the movies to kind of rebuild this outpost to welcome all of us as guests. So there's dedication ceremonies of some of the buildings, and there's Imagineers standing next to the Na'vi people.
Yes.
Phenomenal art, photographs, if you will. It's great.
And if you're not a fan of Pandora, you've never seen the movie Avatar, that's cool because it's still just pretty and nice to look at.
And it's Disney storytelling of a movie now in 3 dimensions around you.
Yeah.
Oh, the floating rocks. We won't go through Pandora, though. But food.
So the food is great.
It's one of the most innovative but simplest ideas that Disney has. It's basically Pandoran Chipotle. So you pick your base, whether you want noodles or hash or rice or whatever they might have available on the menu that day. Then you pick your protein, which could be tofu, shrimp, chicken, beef. Yeah, steak.
Yeah.
And then you pick your sauce to top it. Yeah. And they have my favorite. I love anything onion, so it's an onion vinaigrette. You like a creamy herb dressing. Yeah. But they have a selection of the sauces that you put on it. And then you just get this beautiful bowl that has your grains, your protein, and your sauce.
And really, it's the same price as going, say, to Cosmic Rays in Magic Kingdom, but you don't feel as heavy. It sort of feels like rice and beans and some veggies are in there, and
although you say it's not heavy, every time we sit there with like
too much food.
A quarter of the food left, and we're like, this is actually more food than you realize. So it is a great value too. It's delicious.
Yeah,
and you have a part in designing your own meal.
Yeah,
but let's flash forward to dessert, Fred. It's one of the best desserts in Walt Disney World.
One of my favorite desserts on all of Disney property is the blueberry cheesecake with the passion fruit. Oh. It looks like a little dome of mystery, and you don't know what it is, but I promise
I've never seen food so purple.
Yeah. It is delicious. And again, we've shared it with friends and we've shared it with family, and they have all loved it. Don't miss it. It's
Yes.
delicious.
And fair warning, do your PhotoPass photos before you have lunch and the dessert, because the dessert will turn your mouth and teeth blue for a little while. But it's so much fun.
Worth
it's
it.
so delicious.
It's
so
just
worth
so
it.
great, yeah.
Unlike anything I've ever had.
Yeah.
Before. So, the third of your top, and I
Okay.
think this is more my pick, but you and I both agree on this one. Tusker House character dining.
Yes. I will say we've only actually been one time.
I'm dying to go back to.
Yeah, but what we did like a lot was the character interaction was great. You know, they're all wearing their safari gear
And they have their patches for everything they earned in studying.
Yeah.
So Donald has like his patches of what he does for the team, and
Yeah.
Mickey has his, and Daisy dances around and leads the party of all of us there. I didn't get much time to chat with her, but they are
She was
having
dancing a lot.
Yes, Daisy likes the African music and dancing, and
Yeah.
doing conga lines and whatever else.
What I like the most about Tusker, besides all the fun interaction with characters, which I thought it was a great one, I liked that you can go everything from very traditional, you know, safe foods that you're familiar with, but they also have African foods and things like that kind of mixed in. And because it's a buffet, that's your best shot to say, all right, I'll try something new.
And you don't have to commit to it. You can try little bits
Yeah.
on your plate
Yep.
and taste everything. So it's a great, as we talk about, you know, if you're worried about Sanaa, go to Boma at Animal Kingdom Lodge first,
Yeah.
because it's a buffet of all the flavors.
Yep.
This is the same type of thing. If you're worried about some of those more African-inspired, flavorful
Yeah.
foods, go ahead and try a buffet. And, worst case, there's mac and cheese and chicken fingers on the
Right.
kids' table.
Right.
So you always can get something familiar or something new.
Yeah, or a nice little blend of both. You know?
Also, I almost forgot. You're getting all these foods in the middle of an African marketplace.
yeah, it's
So
themed
people
very,
live
very well.
overhead. All their like tapestries are hanging outside, drying their baskets for going
It's
to market.
beautiful.
Yep.
It is beautiful.
You feel like a special guest in that
Yeah.
market that day. That this
Yeah.
bounty is prepared for you.
it's that theming. That's what makes Animal Kingdom, I think, our favorite. Is just the theming everywhere.
And because this is going to nail what ties our top three together, I just realized. Tusker House has one of your favorite drinks that you can get in the world, multiple places, but they're one of the places. I believe do they call it jungle juice at Tusker House? If it's not jungle juice, put in the description what you remember, because I know there's multiple names around Walt Disney World.
Yeah,
for
I think
this.
that they also have it at the Polynesian and
And it's called something else there.
right.
Yeah.
It's Pog.
It's passion fruit, orange, and guava juice mixed together.
Yeah.
It is also what they serve you at Aulani.
Aulani,
it's a
and-
very Polynesian tropical drink.
Pretty much everywhere in Hawaii as well. But yeah, the Disney has renamed it a million times. It's the same thing, but it's always
Isn't it also
fun.
a Riviera and Sunrise at
I
Riviera
believe
Resort?
So, yes. But it really is just those three juices mixed together. But it is fun and it's good.
Yep.
You know, I think, and I like that is part of a buffet, not just your standard orange, apple,
Coffee,
cranberry.
milk.
Right?
Yeah,
It's just something different.
something extra. And it's
Yeah.
included with the meal.
Yeah.
And so the reason I brought that up, because number one, I didn't want to forget, and number two, every item that we had in our top three combines food plus a bonus item, whether it's beverage or dessert, and theming. So Animal Kingdom for us seems to be that trifecta of a great food, a great special aspect, and great theming and backstory.
Yeah.
And as I'm looking at our list, even the bottom three hit most of those marks. They just fell to the bottom for us. So how about a drum roll for probably what will be the most unpopular opinion of this video? Rounding out the beginning of our list for the bottom three.
Uh-oh. This is where we're going to lose you.
Bye everyone, it's been fun having you watch, but stay tuned to hear why.
Yeah.
Yak and Yeti. I love the atmosphere of Yak
Yes.
and Yeti.
Okay, I will agree with you in that.
I love where it is in the park. I
Yeah,
love looking out
yeah.
the windows, the upstairs. It's a beautiful and well done restaurant.
Yes. I will add a little caveat. The last time we went, it was better. I just don't love the food. It's
Fair enough.
It's fine.
And I feel like you often, and we've said this before, don't like that style of food.
Like
kind of
Pan-American.
Pan-American Asian
Yeah.
inspired. So I get that from you. Like I know to kind of keep those out of our realm, but I also don't put it at the top of my list. And I think part of it is it's not food that I can't get somewhere else.
Okay, I agree with you.
So it's very much P.F. Chang's, Pei Wei. It's better than those, but it's not significantly different enough to warrant me going out of my way to go to Yak and Yeti over one of our top 3 when in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
So it's not that I say don't go there. It's not that I wouldn't go there.
No.
Just when we had to separate, this is one of the things. For us, it's not unique enough.
It was good. Mm-hmm. It just wasn't, wow.
That's what it is.
Right.
It's a fine place for lunch.
Yes.
And it is very family friendly, a lot of fun. So keep it on your list if you have it. We won't see you there.
Well, we might.
We might. You never know.
It's fine.
Restaurant Asaurus.
All right.
I absolutely love, again, the inside of Restaurantosaurus.
Okay, I agree. Here's the interesting thing about Restaurantosaurus. You probably would walk in and say, it's fine, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You probably would miss it. I think that there's actually some great theming and Imagineering in there, but you gotta really look for it. If you're just hangry and tired, you're probably gonna say, ugh, this place is not worth the food or the view. I promise you there are some good theming things.
I'm not sure exactly what the current story is for the theming, but the kind of story that I've put behind it is the Dino Institute is there. This is a significant enough place for them to set up a carnival in the parking lot. And this is the hangar bay that supports the efforts of the Dino Institute. So when you're riding those CTX Rovers, this is the building that would fix them.
Yeah.
So everyone's kind of had fun taking grease from their tools and painting dinos on the wall. And there's tools laying around.
Yeah,
There's funny road signs that they seem to store. And then there's historical photos that are actually documentation of dinosaurs. So it takes the span of everything from fun and kitschy of the land to the actual, this is part of the Dino Institute.
Yeah. And it's Animal Kingdom, so the theming is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Some of the best chandeliers you've ever seen, too.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yep.
But the food is not so awesome. I think the last time we were there was a DVC Moonlight Magic, so we had free food, essentially. I mean, it was...
Meals are included with those events, and Restaurantosaurus was one of the places we could use it. So we decided to, because we don't go there all that much.
It was not the win for any of us. It was just sort of...
And there was a group of us that ate there, and everybody was like, meh.
It was burgers and fries.
Chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Chicken
I think that's actually what we had. And it was
again, if you're going to Disney expecting theme park food, Restaurantosaurus is awesome. But if you are trying to elevate your dining, it's a great space with not so great food.
If you're with picky eaters or kids who just have had it with the day and they just need chicken fingers and fries, or you just need chicken fingers and fries.
Sometimes we need that too.
And that's okay. Then I think it's fine. Everywhere you could possibly look, it's dinosaurs. If you're an adult or a child who loves dinosaurs, you will definitely enjoy yourself.
Yep.
Just maybe it's not the best food.
I'm starting to see a theme for our bottom 3. It's just things that are not different or unique enough for us. So like I said, these are not places we hate. They're just, if we had to separate out a bottom 3, what would they be and why?
Yeah.
So moving to the last item on the bottom 3, again, another fantastically themed space in the park. And we have a unique experience as to why we don't like this. Harambee Market. I mean, there's nowhere I'd rather sit than in a little African outpost with a train running behind us, a train side town.
That's probably some place that a lot of people are going to say, what? You don't love Harambee Market?
I love being in there. I don't love trying to figure out how to order.
I think that's the only thing, and we talked about it.
Yeah.
The only thing I really don't like about Harambee Market, and I can't imagine what it would be like if you had kids and I figure it out, is because it's a bunch of different windows that
they look like they're different
but
markets.
They're not really, which I thought was clever theming.
Oh, it's themed very well.
But
you almost feel like there's the person serving beef over here, the person serving chicken over here.
They're not.
They're not. It's just multiple windows for the same restaurant. And it's very confusing.
And I have to tell you, I've only been there probably 2 times. And both times the cast members sort of seemed like almost they thought it was disappointing that it was the same food at all the windows.
Yes, and a lot of families will sometimes split up to order different things and then find out that they could order and receive it all from the same one cash register and cast member serving them. It's one of those elements where you think to yourself, if you had a moment to pause and step back and look, this needs some reorganization because it's fantastic on all of levels. And the food's good.
It's just not my favorite experience. And it's not my favorite food.
But again, if you're on that side of the park, it's a great quick
right by Safari.
Another downside I will say to it that I think drops it to the list as well, only outdoor seating. Some of it's covered, but there's no indoor air conditioned space.
And FYI, if you have not been, Florida gets very hot.
And humid.
Yes,
and it rains randomly.
Yes, and to have no inside seating is an issue for me.
So as we were doing this Animal Kingdom list and trying to scratch things on and off, I mean, our chicken scratch is great. That's my chicken scratch.
I can't read it. Sorry.
One of the things we did make sure to mark down is there are so many places in Animal Kingdom that we haven't tried.
Yes.
Because we typically go into the park either with a meal in mind or planning to eat outside the park doing something on our own because we are local. So if we're going into the park for a meal, it's one of the places we mentioned or a few others. We don't typically hit those smaller grab-and-go stands. You have Mr. Kamal's, which has the seasoned fries, the 8 Spoons, which has mac and cheese, a whole bunch of kiosks
Corn.
in Dinoland. Oh, one of my favorite stops when I'm in the mood and can grab it is corn being grilled right outside the safari entrance in Harambee. There's all of those little more outposty style food places. We don't get to frequent those as much. And that I'm yearning for right now. It's inventive foods and fun things to grab and keep walking with. And one of them needs to serve yucca fries. Please and thank you. Disney, if you're watching.
Right.
But,
just in closing this, I really am interested because it is such an interesting place to go eat in all of Animal Kingdom. I'd love to know what are your actual favorites and what are some misses for you?
Yes, share with us in the comments down below. Let us know your tops, your bottoms.
Yeah.
And we can talk about them in a follow-up, and who knows, we could bring you guys on to join us and talk about it. So please, let us know.
Because I bet you we're missing things and we live here.
And I start to think the more we talk, although Epcot is the festival park, I even think Animal Kingdom might top it as a foodie park for me.
I think I completely agree with that. Yeah, that's great. And there are awesome drinks all over the place.
Yes.
So just grab and go options that you will definitely enjoy throughout the whole park too. So
absolutely. I mean, there's an endless list. We could go on for hours about Animal Kingdom, but we will leave that here.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us to hear us kind of pull apart our favorite park and favorite restaurants to make some of them go to the bottom of the list. And if you enjoyed this, make sure to give this video a giant thumbs up.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for the rest of the parks that we're going to be covering in the same way. And make sure to subscribe to be notified where our next adventure might be.
And hit the bell icon to be notified when we get there.
So long for now.
Jumbo?
Jumbo!
Jumbo!
Quaharini.
Oh, Quaharini. See,
I'm sure I said that wrong. So, bye-bye.
We love that park.